Hey friends, happy Halloween. Hope you have had a great October. Today what we're going to be looking at is the principle of loving those you teach, specifically the one that the Savior expressed his love for those that he taught. Think about the people who you teach. How do you appropriately express love for them? That's such an important thing you have as a teacher. If you find it difficult to feel or express love for those you teach, you can start by testifying of God's love, then pray into the Father with all the energy of heart that you may be filled with the pure love of Christ, which he hath bestowed upon all those who are true followers of the Son, Jesus Christ. Again, that idea, that spiritual gift of being able to not just love, but also express that love can be a gift from the Spirit that we can pray for. And remember that your concern for teaching a lesson should never distract you from expressing love through your words and actions. Often the way you treat people is just as important as what you teach them. Again, your impact, your influence, the love that you share is going to be what a lot of the students are going to carry with them long after the lessons and the principles and teachings kind of fade from their memories. That memory of the love that they have felt in your class and from you as a teacher will be more enduring. Jesus again taught this: a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if you have love one for another. And I love this because this takes that commandment that he gave previously about to love God and then love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself is such a powerful one, but he's not even saying that. He's come with his disciples. He's even raising that up a level of not just love them as you love yourself, but I want you to love them as I have loved them. That's such again, a gift from the Spirit. Think about, how did Christ demonstrate his love for us in so many ways? And then how do we do that, in turn, demonstrate that love to other people? How can we, again, be disciples of his as we express that love for us, particularly for your students? Again, and then in Corinthians, where Paul says, though I speak with the tongue of men and of angels and have not charity, I'm becoming a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal, meaning it's all just noise. If there's not the love to back it up, all the words that we speak becomes just tinkling brass, a tinkling cymbal or astounding brass. It's just noise. So even if we have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries, again, no matter how good you are as a teacher and those outward expressions of that, if charity does not underlie that and that love for your students, then it becomes almost meaningless, right? It has to have a foundation of true charity and true love. So what I want you to do, think about this for as you think about those that you teach. How has the Savior helped you know of his love for you? Reflect on that for just a minute. How has a parent or other teacher helped you feel his love? How do you know you teach? How do the people you teach know that you love them? How do they know? What have you done? If you were to ask your students, how do you know that brother so-and-so or sister so-and-so loves you? What might be some of the things that they say or they share? Just kind of reflect on that yourself. Do they know that the Savior loves them? All right. An application idea for this, of a way that you can express your love for your student, is to send a message to the student's parent about something positive you have noticed about their child. This will give an opportunity for you to reflect and think about this. A powerful way to express your love for a student is by sending a positive message to a parent or guardian about something specific you have noticed about that student. The message will be more effective if you, and to give some guidelines here, pray for guidance about which student you should focus on and what you should share with the parent. Briefly introduce yourself. They should probably know who you are, but maybe share a little something about yourself. Sincerely express gratitude for the opportunity to have them in your class, and clearly and simply state something positive and specific that you have observed. So again, the specificity, not just generalities of they're a wonderful kid, but be specific on sharing something that they have done in your class. I've done that. Again, that will help you feel the love as you reflect on the student. Also, parents will generally share that with their kids of a note that they got from a teacher. So I encourage you to take the time to do that this week and reflect on some of those questions. And lastly, teaching idea this week, as we get into the Doctrine and Covenants, we're going to be looking at kind of the beginning of family history work, some of the doctrines that underlie that. One of the ideas in the Idea for Variety is to use a photo, invite students to select a photo that's important to them. They can be on their phone, they can bring it from home. Share the background describing what is happening in the photo. What's the main point? What are some details? I would encourage you to do this with family history. Encourage the students to bring in pictures of ancestors, and then with that, be able to share who the person is, maybe some significant details or facts about who those people are and why they're important, why they chose them to bring, as a photo. So this might be something you need to plan ahead a little bit. Those lessons come on a little bit later in the week, but maybe send out some invitations for them to find family pictures and be able to share them. All right. So these are some of my ancestors. These is the Haddocks. These are actually my great grandfather and great grandmother. And you can see that he is tall, skinny, and wears glasses. So you can see where I get it from. All right. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for the time that you take to dedicate, to love the students, to share the gospel with them, and to share your testimony with them.